You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, the ongoing drama with former Buccaneer Antonio Brown seems to never end. He's been putting out statements via his lawyer, coming out and telling his side of the story about everything that went down on the day he ran off the field and was no longer a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. We've heard from Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians has said it was a lack of targets. That is the reason why Antonio Brown was not happy. He was frustrated because he was not getting the ball enough. And then when his number was called to go back into the game, Antonio Brown said, "No, I'm not going back in." Now, guys, Antonio Brown, his contract was incentive laden. It wasn't guaranteed. He was very, very close to getting $1 million. Apparently, before the game, he wanted his contract guaranteed fully. The Buccaneers said no. And Antonio Brown, frustrated, powdered his way out of the game, off the field, and out of the NFL for now. Now, he still could be picked up with another team. But now, guys, he is actually talking about Tom Brady, TB12, the GOAT, his quote-unquote friend. And guys, he's not holding back words about his friendship now with Tom Brady. Now, Antonio Brown was in New England with Tom Brady. Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown comes along, wins the Super Bowl, and he's back again this season. Antonio Brown, I think it's safe to say he is in the league right now because of number 12. But I think that Antonio Brown sees this pretty different because he has come out and hammered Tom Brady. Check this out. Antonio Brown throws shade at Tom Brady's friendship. He's my friend because I'm a good football player. Wow. So essentially you're saying that Tom Brady is really not your friend. He's just your teammate. Okay. Here we go. Antonio Brown's not being fooled by Tom Brady. The wide receiver claims he knows exactly why Brady befriended him in recent years. And apparently he was on a podcast here. And I'm not exactly sure the name of the podcast, but I do have this pulled up right here. It says watch the full episode here on the Full Send podcast. I guess that's the name of it. YouTube page debuting today at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And you can see Antonio Brown right there. And I guess that's the rest of the Full Send podcast crew. I've never heard of this podcast, but he didn't hold back words for Mr. Tom Brady, TB12, the GOAT. Check this out. This is, I guess, part of the podcast here. It says Brown also chatted about his relationship with Bucs quarterback Tom Brady, who lobbied Brown and the team to get Brown to join the Bucs. Quote, "Brady is the general manager," said Brown. "He's the guy my agent made the contract with. He's the middleman and politician. I talked to Tom and he knows I'm not going to play. To me, a friend is someone who's got your back. Not everybody in sports is going to be your friend. Tom Brady's my friend. Why? Because I'm a good football player. He needs me to play football. People have different meanings of what friendship is." That's pretty brutal right there, man. He's essentially saying that Tom Brady's really not his friend. I guess Tom Brady to him sees him as more of a luxury, an asset to win football games. It goes on. Throughout the interview, Brown insists that his coach and team knew the status of his ankle injury, and their reaction to his hesitancy to continue pushing the injury is what eventually led to his dismissal. Quote, "Imagine a guy who you think has your back, who you flew here with to do a mission, and they know your situation, and you get there and you're battling with them, then he tells you that because you can't go to war with him, he tells you to get the fuck out of here, said Brown. I'm an alpha male. If you discriminate on my public image and my name, at that point, it's fuck you too professionally. He's not happy. He's not happy at all with this. But essentially, he is called Brady the middleman. He said his agent negotiated with Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Not the GM of the Bucs. Not Bruce Arians. He said it right here. Brady is the general manager. He's the guy my agent made the contract with. He's the middleman and politician. Wow. I wonder what Tom Brady has to say about this, because Antonio Brown has now thrown him under the bus. Basically saying Tom Brady only wanted to be his friend to win because he's a good football player. Now, guys, Tom Brady, as we know, did not need Antonio Brown. He didn't. Antonio Brown is pretty much a luxury to have. Very, very talented wide receiver. Tom Brady has won Super Bowls with much less talent. And there's no doubt about it that Antonio Brown is probably the second most talented wide receiver he's ever had, next to Randy Moss. Brady, throughout his career, really hasn't had a whole lot of wide receiver weapons. No disrespect to Deion Branch, but Deion Branch is no Randy Moss. Deion Branch is no Antonio Brown. Let's be clear about that. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Antonio Brown throwing Tom Brady TB12 under the bus, saying that he's only my friend because I'm a good football player? That is just amazing to hear Antonio Brown say. Has Antonio Brown played his last down in the league? Because he seems to have trouble no matter where he goes. Whether it's the Steelers, Oakland, Brady brings him to New England. Brady brings him to Tampa Bay, wins the Super Bowl. I don't know who's going to pick up this guy. He is a handful. Talented, but he is a handful. Will he go to the Cowboys? Because something's telling me if he goes to the Cowboys, he's going to end up throwing Dak Prescott under the bus. If he can do this to Tom Brady, just imagine what he would say about Dak. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.